Good morning. We're back here today at the Brothers Museum. We're so excited. We've been here before. You've probably seen our other videos, but today we get to do something extra special. We get a tour of the shop. So let's head on in there and get started.
Okay, well, this is our first view of the shop, and there are a lot of cool cars here, I must say. So, yeah, exciting. I think they're gonna give us a presentation back in here, and then, yeah, I'm not sure what we're in store for.
First of all, we want to thank you guys so much for being here today. This is Doug. He is one of our two mechanics here. He is the one that kind of keeps things rolling, pun intended. And so he's gonna just be around. If you guys have questions, we have some really, really special cars in this building. Any John Wayne fans? We have two of John Wayne's cars in here. Three. So yeah, a lot of really cool, noteworthy cars in this building. We do have a DeLorean, which is my personal favorite car that's in the building. So yeah, as you guys are walking around, Doug is here to answer any questions. He's gonna kind of be pointing some cars out. We're gonna be in this building until you guys are done, really. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna finish this whole event out in the main building. That, as you guys know, totally self-guided. It's 117,000 square foot of space. There's over 355 cars in the building. So please take all the pictures you wanna take. We just ask that you don't sell them to the newspapers. And does anybody have any questions before I let you go? What's that?
Question? I would love to know how many cars do the brothers really have?
That would be a Doug question. So
It varies. Right now, I want to say it's about 500. You know, I haven't done a tally recently. It's varied between 500 and 600. We have cars in this building, and of course in the museum, and we have another facility across town where we have quite a few cars. And as long as you've asked, I'll kind of tell you what we do here in this building. What you're going to see in this building is cars that are either waiting their turn to be on display in the museum, or waiting their turn for us to get them in running condition again, or we just don't know what we're going to do with them, and we're waiting for time. Throughout here, we have a real variety of cars here. I think the oldest one we have here is a Model T back there. I think it's a 1914 or something, and we have, you know, some modern Corvettes and muscle cars over there, and kind of everything in between. We have some real interesting cars here. But what we do, one of the more common questions is, do we do our own restorations? And no, we don't. It's just Marty and myself, and restoration is is a whole different ball game, and it's a huge commitment. Takes tons of resources, and we just can't do it. Too much of a time sponge. What we try to do here really is keep the cars in good running condition, repair them as needed, and mostly light mechanical work. We don't really occasionally Marty will overhaul an engine, or we'll get into stuff like that, but mostly it's light mechanical work. Fuel system and brakes most commonly.
what's that?
Do all the cars get driven, and is there a way to apply?
The application list is about 20 pages long, and we drive as many of them as we can, but the fact of the matter is, there's just too many cars and too few people, you know. We try to, the ones here in this building obviously get driven more than the ones in the museum, because we can just hop in them and go. The ones in the museum that are on display, it's kind of a nuisance to even take them off display and then replace them. So if a car's in the museum and for whatever reason it comes over here, we're gonna rotate it off display, or it's turn to be repaired.
Like this car. This car is usually in the museum.
This car is usually in the museum. We took it off display, and I'm doing some repair work on it, and naturally I'll be driving it after the repair work. But we don't, like I said, cars in this building, we try to drive them. None of them get driven as much as we like. The museum cars, to be quite honest, almost never get driven. It's just not practical. Oh, yes, sir.
How long has the Brothers collection been here?
And how long has it existed, or how long has it been here?
How long has it been here in Salem?
Well, we really started moving the cars down in 2017, wasn't it?
Unofficially, part of the collection was here 12 years ago in Salem. About 150 of the cars. The rest of the cars were up in Ridgefield. And like Doug said, in 2017-ish, we moved them all down to Salem. And that was just before we were finishing up the museum.
Actually, I've only known about this place for like a couple of years and lived in Salem.
Yeah, and it's only been in the last couple of years that it's been bubbling out that it exists, and now it's still not well known, and that's kind of the way we like it.
We tried to keep it a secret, actually, until we were ready to run with it.
Yeah.
We were trying to kind of keep it under wraps. A lot of car collections are a little bit off the beaten path.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of collection owners don't like to really advertise it too much, you know what I mean? For security reasons.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah.
You got some wonderful cars here.
Right?
And this is more of a collection than a museum itself. The collection's just open to the public at times, so it's really not pushed, you know.
Yes, sir.
So you mentioned the collection varies between maybe 500 and 600 cars. So what do you do with the ones that rotate in and out? You sell them? You advertise them?
We have sold some cars. Typically when we just need a lot of room, or sometimes we end up with too many of one particular kind of car, you know, because this has been growing and growing and growing. And for example, 3 or 4 years ago, we had, I want to say, 8 or 9 68 Shelby GT 500s. And so the brothers made the decision, look, this is silly. You know, let's pick the 4 or 5 of the best ones and move the others along. So it's really not the type of collection where they're constantly, you know, selling or flipping cars. That's not what they're into. But you know, we do sell some basically when we need room. Is kind of what it boils down to. Yes, sir.
Didn't you used to be down in Balboa, California?
No, not in Balboa.
Newport?
Nope.
California?
No association with California. And incidentally, there's another collection, I don't know, somewhere in the East Coast, Pennsylvania or something, there's so and such brothers that often get confused with them. I can't remember the name. It's another collection with brothers, and Millhouse brothers. And it ain't us. Different brothers. Yes, sir.
So who actually acquires the cars? Do the brothers buy these cars, or do they have a buyer that seeks them out, or what? How do they find them?
They don't formally have a buyer. A lot of them they get on their own, you know. They do, you know, they've been in the car collecting hobby for a long time. They know a lot of people. And, you know, those guys talk to each other and kind of know what each other are looking for. And if something comes up,
They're
you know,
tuned in. They're also
someone thinks the boys would be interested in, you know, hey,
No,
I know of a car you might like, type of thing. Sometimes the cars find us rather than the other way around.
And there are certain cars they're looking for, and they have friends that kind of keep their eyes out.
Yeah.
Me and Doug have suggested cars in the past, never came to fruition. So we gave up on our wish list of what we think they should own.
Do they not try and have like the one-ups, you know, on your collection, just kind of the one-ups? They don't have too many derelict cars, I believe, do they?
They don't have too many derelict cars?
Yeah, they're, you know, like an old Chrysler, or, you know.
No,
there's no real filler in the collection.
Yeah.
They're all significant.
Right.
You know, most collections have some significant cars. The rest are filler.
Right.
There's no filler here. I mean, the only thing I would say would even come close to a filler car would be our Gremlin. Gremlin. It's a Gremlin X, and it's a V8 manual trans, so it's kind of a rare for, you know. But all the cars in the museum are special.
Right.
How many techs do you have working in the shop?
Two.
We're looking at it.
Yeah, you're talking to him.
Right.
And he's the main tech. I'm just the guy that comes in to clean up and when we get really busy to help. And I do mostly museum stuff, keeping it in order and all the signs working and stuff next door.
And this is your only repair facility here?
We've got another place across town. That's where I started about 12 years ago. And so that's where I was working on cars at the time. And that's all I did for a while until they decided to turn the building next door into the collection.
Do you know how to use the Sun 1115?
Never. I'm a little bit too young for that.
Well, I can teach it to you.
Well, that'd be good because I don't even know if that works. There's kind of a novelty item. And I remember auto shop teacher showing us how to use that, and it's all out of my memory.
Yeah.
But getting back to the conversation of a minute ago about derelicts, and Marty was saying we really don't have any filler. And it actually ties in a little bit to selling cars once in a while, is people who collect things, I'm sure you guys probably realize this, as the years go by, they get better and better and better stuff. You keep looking for the best. And so what happens is the cars in the museum are pretty much cream of the crop, and cars, and you'll see some of them in the museum, cars that 10, 15, 20 years ago they were tickled to get are now, God, we really love that car, but compared to this one, it isn't that big of a deal, you know? And so they get better and better stuff and more rarefied in what they buy and what they collect. It's like people who collect anything. Sir?
I got two questions. What was the car that started the collection, and what can you tell us about the brothers?
I don't know. That would have to be a question to the brothers. Some of the earliest cars in the collection, they're not next door, but they're still around. I went to grade school with the guys, and the one brother, well, both of them still have cars from their youth. So there's a 76 step sign in here that was a graduation present. We used to cruise the gut here in Salem in it. And 70 Trans Am across town, same thing. We used to cruise the gut and race and stuff. It's still in the collection. So that's over 40 years. So goes back at least that far, and that's probably two of the early ones. Another 70, I think, is Brad, the 71?
Yeah, Trans Am.
71 Trans Am, that goes back to their youth too.
And their father was real fond of 60s vintage Ford Galaxies. And we have some over here in this building down the way. And I don't know how long he had those, but when I started on 15 years ago, I know they had them for many, many years. So.
Well, and there again, the injected Corvette.
Yeah.
In the museum, which one's that?
The blue 64.
That was their father's car, and that's an earlier one too.
So probably going back 40 years. Yeah. If you go to the very first cool cars that the family owned.
And then cars in general, you probably go back further than that. They probably still have junk sitting around. They tend not to get rid of stuff, and the ones we cruised in as kids are kind of personal, and they didn't have to get rid of them, so they didn't. The 70 Trans Am we cruised around in, I actually bought it from one of the brothers. It got blown up, the engine. I put it back together and drove it around for a week, and it's like, it's still his car. It's not my car. Doesn't smell like my car. Doesn't look, doesn't feel. It was a car me and him cruised around in. And back then, this was in the late 80s or early 90s. I called him up. I wanted a Banshee, a quad. And I said, you want your Trans Am back? And he said, I want my Trans Am back. And so I sold it back to him just for what I paid for it and the parts I put in it, and bought a Banshee. Well, the Banshee, if I still had it today, it might be worth $3 grand. The Trans Am sitting across town is probably worth about $90,000. So, good choice on his part. I probably would have destroyed the car anyway. So it really makes me happy to see that car that we got to cruise around in. And it inspired me actually, because I love the second generation Firebirds. And it inspired me to buy one, a Firebird, and build my own car. And it's sitting down there next to his. So that's pretty cool.
So there's some real local history to these
Yeah,
cars.
yeah.
And as a matter of fact, didn't we have, Marty, a 68 Roadrunner, that white one?
Yeah, and I can't
It's a
think
car
of his
that the
name.
boys sold, but we had a 68 Roadrunner that actually was known by the locals and back in the day.
Hemi Roadrunner that we actually raced here in town. I mean, he lived over in Silverton, so he'd come to Salem on the weekend, and we would run him. It was a contender. We didn't even realize until another friend of ours was here and saw it and said, that's a Roadrunner. And it's like, they probably bought that in Arizona or somewhere. Did a little research, it was bought locally, and that was the car we actually would drag race back in the day.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever race Virgil McGriff in Salem?
Who?
Virgil McGriff?
It doesn't sound familiar, but names the car might. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we didn't ask names. We'd just line up. And then we would, seriously in Salem, you would play around down on Portland Road. And then if it got serious, you'd go out tanking a hill.
Yeah.
And they had the quarter-mile marked off out there. And then it was,
Yeah.
for not for pink, but for,
Super modified. So this collection pretty well started from scratch.
Yes.
Years ago, it wasn't another collection that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say it was a collection started. They just held on to their cars.
Yeah.
And then, as in car enthusiasts, they were interested and bought cars. But it never, I don't think
anyone said, oh, we're going to start a collection.
Yeah, and it wasn't until they had all of these cars, it's like, now what do we do? And it's like, let's fill in the blanks. They're not Mopar guys, and we probably have the biggest collection of Hemi Mopars in the world. And those were the missing links, so they bought some Mopars and some AMC stuff and filled in the blanks, and now they have the whole collection, put it under one roof so they could share it so other people can appreciate them.
I was just asked to sort of wrap this up here, but Marty and I are going to be here for as long as you guys are to answer any questions they have or chit chat, and welcome to look at everything in this building. And then I guess at some point they're going to take you over to the glamour part of things over to the museum. But thank you all so much. Marty and I will be around. You know what we look like.
Very cool. So we just had a great introduction with Doug and Marty, the two mechanics that work on all the cars. And so now we're going to check out the cars. We're not going to pretend to know what all the cars are because we're not necessarily experts. We'll give it a good run, but there's some amazing things here. And so let's go check them out. Let's go check out John Wayne's cars.
Yeah.
So here they are. John Wayne 1, I think John Wayne 2 we saw earlier, and John Wayne 3. Let's go check them out. Here is the Grand Safari.
Oh my
with
God.
All these have elevated roofs because he wanted, I understand, to wear his hat while he drove these. And so this is again, Grand Safari. He's actually driving today. He's inside.
Little known fact about John Wayne is that he was born in Winterset, Iowa.
Really?
Where my grandma used to live, and his house, his childhood home, is still there.
Really?
You can tour it.
Well, This looks a bit more like a hearse than a Grand Safari to me, but hey, it's all good. Then next door we have, oh wow, look at that beautiful Camaro under wraps there, and it looks like a Porsche. Can't tell what year that is over there in blue undercover.
Check out the saddle in the back of this.
Oh my gosh. So here's the International Travelall. Amazing. With the elevated roof, safari look. And then we've got a, I don't know if you can see that there. We've got a saddle inside. And the
Some
the
memorabilia.
military box, bunch of memorabilia, as she said, I can't say it. And they call this the War Wagon. Amazing. Check that out. Beautiful vehicle. The Red River Land Company. Look at that.
I wonder if those are actually
Nice
his
tall
boots.
ceiling and the safari sunroof inside. And what do you have in here?
Oh, I said I wonder if those are actually his boots.
Maybe so.
That's cool.
I think those are hers. Wow. Okay. Then here's the last one. It's the Bonneville. Pontiac Bonneville. Again, elevated roof with the sunroof in addition. I guess his hat could kind of just poke out the top of the sunroof, and you can definitely fit a body back here as well.
Is that the gurney bubble John Wayne style?
It is. It's the gurney roof John Wayne style. Yeah. Another Shelby Mustang. Again, you'll all have to leave in the comments what these cars are, because I don't know the details as much as many of you for sure, but I'm sure enjoying this. And then here's it's like a 996, 911 by the headlights.
This kind of reminds me of the Mark I GT40
Yeah.
a little bit.
Actually, with the separation of the gap there, it reminds me of the 0506 Ford GT, where they have the separation of the gap
Yeah,
there.
yeah, true.
It's not melted like the GT40. Beautiful. And here's a GT350. I think Doug mentioned they had so many Mustangs they had to start selling them, keeping just the best ones. They have some more of these next door. Many racing versions as well. Beautiful. Here's the interior. Nice. Wow. It just goes on and on. I think many of you have probably seen these for the first time, as am I. Beautiful cars. Wow. Convertible. Here's a Z06, I guess C7 convertible with the carbon splitter, supercharged. Beautiful cars. We just did the Corvette Caravan back to Bowling Green, Kentucky with 4,000 Corvettes. We drove our fun C8, which was like driving a Cadillac. And yeah, so we saw a lot of these cars back on the way and in Bowling Green, but that was fun. Wow. A lot of trickle chargers.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta appreciate that after a couple dead batteries like we've had.
Yeah, we're experts in trickle charging. Here's the Sherp. I guess that's a vehicle for the snow up in the Himalayas. Behind that we have the Arctic Cat. That is actually pulled by this other Arctic Cat sled, I believe.
Oh, that's
very
so
cool.
cool.
Then we have the Greyhound sign. We just started recently getting into signs. We're trying to find a Gulf sign for our GT40 for our new shop. And then back here we have a beautiful Chevron sign.
That's cool.
And if you haven't been in a telephone booth, if you haven't been to the collection next door, they have their collection of signs is also second to none. And some people kind of miss out on that, but we'll try to check out some of those signs today.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful old Ford my good friend Mel would appreciate, who has a collection. And I guess the 550 is part of the collection as well, flatbed dually. Beautiful Ford, wow. 1930, I guess it says.
Gosh, that's cool.
Okay, what do we have here? It's a Toyota 1966 Sport 800 JDM. Beautiful car. They have a new Toyota, a red one, next door that they added to their collection pretty recently as well. I think in 2000. Then we have a couple Can-Am racers, but I guess those were for play. Oh, and a ZL1 Camaro. Beautiful, wow. Along with a Coronet. Don't see many of those anymore. Gonna wander through here. There's the Toyota engine. There's Catherine. Beautiful. Oh, wow. Look at that. Avanti. I guess 1963 or 1964.
Wow, this is clean, isn't it?
Yeah, it's super clean.
Jeez. I love the color.
The Studebaker. And the Chevy step side. Sorry if I don't have great views of all of these. It's kind of tight in here.
Brother's high school cars. He found it later in life and redid it.
No way.
What was that? Sorry.
This trick.
This is one of the brothers
Oh,
in
yeah.
high school.
I think Dave told us about that one.
Yeah, that one and the Trans Am, the one that's got the plastic on the center one there. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
his
yeah.
high school car too.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
beautiful.
How cool. So did, excuse me, did he keep most of these, or did a lot of his childhood what he had to track down later?
He tracked this one down. That one
he held
that
on
one
to.
He sold to Marty.
Oh,
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And then Marty's like, I never really felt like my car, so he sent it back to.
Okay, yeah, he was
Yeah, we
telling
heard
that story. That's
yeah.
awesome.
That's cool.
Those are
What's your name?
such fun stories.
Oh, I'm Mark too. Yeah, I think we've seen it before. Yeah.
Every third person is named Marcus.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, yeah.
K with a C.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have to follow us around.
Yeah, what else? It's so fun to hear the history, and they do such a good job in the collection over there with the signs, but it's so much more fun to hear it.
You two freaked me out one day. I'm walking up the ramp, and that 66
GT40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're standing up and you're in. I'm like, what the? Dave's like, it's okay. Let us know.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we were
yeah,
about
so-
ready to get escorted
Then
out.
he said, you're going to go through the lightweight. I'm like, just let us know. Because Dave's got a habit of getting a car and starting it too. I'm like, let us know.
Yeah. That is
Awesome.
pretty fun.
Thanks,
This
Mark.
car's cool.
Yeah.
1964,
Yeah.
the Studebaker Avanti. I mean, it's really kind of high-tech-ish looking. So you can imagine back in 1964, when someone saw this road, they probably went, oh my God, look at this thing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
probably like the reaction now people getting to see the Tesla Cybertruck. Whoa, look at that.
Yeah,
It's probably
I'm sure.
the same type of. But they just redid the brakes on it, went through it. This thing runs like a top.
Wow. We were just admiring. I mean, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's like in perfect condition.
Considering 1964, when
Yeah.
cars were like big and round, this thing is square and kind of
Yeah, kind of stealth.
outside the box.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's cool.
Thanks, Mark.
Very cool.
Mark, do you want to show us some more significant cars, or?
You know, this was an Elvis car, right?
Oh, so we're gonna go see an Elvis car. Oh, it says Elvis on it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So typically Elvis always had Cadillacs, but this was one of his cars.
Okay.
Obviously,
Yeah.
it's huge and it's big.
Yeah.
We had a small group over here one time, and this one woman, she was a huge Elvis fan. And I said, you want to sit in? She says, yeah. And I go, if you can answer me this, what was Elvis's middle name? She goes, Aaron with one A. And I'm like, have a seat.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I think she got better pants.
Of course, lots of Firebirds and Trans Ams. And
Wow. Oh my gosh. Check out the interior. This is so crazy.
Yeah, there's a photo. Oh, it got moved.
Yeah.
There was a photo with him with the car.
Okay.
This is an Elvis car, so there was a photo on Elvis next to this car.
This was an Elvis car?
Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
This one. This is one of the brothers' first car. This one right here.
Oh,
Here's one of the
really?
brothers'
And they
first
just
car.
got a matching.
So if you've been next door, you've seen all the white Firebird.
The 69 convertibles.
Yeah. So he obviously loves all these white ones, so he's like,
Yeah, there's tons of them.
I'm gonna own them all.
Oh my gosh.
They own half of them.
Half of this. Yeah.
The convertible.
The Trans Am convertible.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
really cool.
Hey, you Mark. So yeah, Trans Am. Oh, excuse me. Big Trans Am fans. Galaxy 500 over here. Again, the Chevy step side. El Camino. Wow. Beautiful car.
Look
Another.
at this. This is fun.
A Bel Air convertible.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Look at that. And here we have the Jaguar XJS. Can't even get back between there. So, yeah, you'll see next door the Trans Ams they have. There's one of their original cars, and here's another one. And there's the XJS, popular when I was growing up.
It's funny because all the keys are in the cars, but
Yeah.
I'm sure that's by design. Otherwise, yeah,
Oops,
have to
sorry,
hunt them down.
with the yellow tags.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, it's so
Just-
tempting with
just
the
a
keys
used car
in
lot.
it.
Just a used car lot. Yeah. So, well, I don't know that car. Looks like it says T.O. Grifo, but you all probably know what that is. But I don't. And this would be a 421 high output motor.
That's cool with the air intake and the.
Yeah. Oh, it's an old Catalina. Wow. Beautiful car. So they'll give you a birdshot view here of the inside of the shop. This is the main area. The shop where they do the work is actually down there. And then here is the collection. Half of them are undercover, half are not.
Is that a birdshot view or bird's eye view?
Bird's eye view. Did I say birdshot? It could be birdshot. It could be birdshot.
I like
Okay.
it.
Okay, let's go. Another high output olds. Wow, they have a similar one next door, I believe. Oh, and
Another Roadrunner.
another Superbird. They have again next door. Haven't seen this one before. Beautiful. Story behind this one, Mark?
I don't know the story behind this one. Marty's actually with the camouflage jacket. He's one of the mechanics here. He can tell you everything
Yeah.
about all this. Because he's the one who actually owned that Firebird for a while.
Oh, that's right.
And it's like, I didn't feel like my car.
Yeah. Wow. Love these old Roadrunners.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah. I'd like to have a few of these.
Just money sitting in the bank.
Yeah,
Better money.
Better.
Right? That's so true. Yeah, good investment.
Hate to rush you all through this, but man, there are a lot of cars.
Well, the movie American Graffiti, they really like the movie American Graffiti, so this just kind of reminds me of the 55 that was there.
Oh,
The Suzanne
American Graffiti
Summer
car.
Seabird normally sits over there, but now it's getting redone. It's either in New York or New Jersey getting
You think? Okay, well, again, sorry to rush you, but we're moving through these cars. We got another Trans Am here, and a 47 something. Whoever can guess this one before I get to the back and under the cover. It's a Oldsmobile Hydromatic, so it's an old Olds.
I think I
Reminds me of
spotted
the
the DeLorean over there.
All right, we'll check it out. This one reminds me of my grandmother's old Ford, but it's an old, and wow, I guess. Oh, it's a Galaxy. Here's a Galaxy.
Okay, these mirrors kind of remind me about our hunt for the GT40 mirrors.
Oh yeah, we're looking for
On
some bullet mirrors for the GT40s.
Yeah.
GT40s didn't come with side view mirrors, but we're not picking that one.
No.
but similar. Again, the Trans Am. Oh wow. Again, their collection of the Mopar, the Dodge, second to none. Beautiful matte hood. Another sign. Hardware. Very cool. And Mecum, that's where they buy most of their cars. Or I understand some of the cars. Mecum auction. They don't use the other auction houses as much. Here's another Galaxy, just similar to the one down there. Wow. A GTO. Beautiful car. Wow. And then, oh gosh, a Bricklin. You don't see that every day. Wow. Very cool. Again, the Ford here. Look at that, custom.
Yeah.
The VW thing. It's a beautiful thing. And looks like an old Thunderbird. Wow. Sorry for the poor video. We're just in tight quarters here, but they're beautiful cars. The thing again. Here's the view from the far, far corner with all the cars in front of us. And the beautiful Catherine.
Did you get, isn't that the DeLorean, that gray thing?
Yeah, completely spaced. I was looking at the thing. I missed the DeLorean. We're going back to the future. Yeah, I love the DeLorean too.
Yeah, it's so cool.
What year was that, like 84 or something?
Yeah, it feels like yesterday, but I think it was.
Yeah, very cool. All, I guess, stainless steel. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then a beautiful interior, yellow key tag, and someone's lunch over there on the side with a to-do list.
Comes with free lunch. That's
free lunch for everybody. Okay. And I believe there's a Galaxy which needs a new soft top. Great car. Wow. Another Ford. And that's the Galaxy in need of a little bit of work.
And this one, a lot of work.
This guy. It also has the key tag like the others. Let's see what that says. Salem Federal Savings. Keys 4. Wow. They found this in Salem. It's an original Salem, Oregon car. Another Galaxy. Boy, quite the collection of Galaxies here. And then a Challenger. Lots of Challengers next door. A Boss 302.
Surprise, some more Mustangs.
Like some of the cars we've seen on chips.
Yeah, beautiful. This is a Starliner. I'm not even familiar with a Starliner. Beautiful.
Okay, how would you like to try to...
More signs. We got our Red Bull over there. Hometown Auto there. Excuse us. Another Mustang here. Mustangs and Mustangs and more Mustangs. Here we're just gonna peek in here. I don't think we're probably supposed to be here, but there's a garage sign, old sign, little motor there. Back to the Mustang. Mark said that this car here reminded them of the movie Grease, and so they got that. Here, another Mustang. Wow, it's a Celine Mustang. I think Catherine said that one of your friends had a Celine Mustang, right?
Yeah, my brother-in-law.
Oh, okay. Still?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm not sure what year it is.
Who's that?
But Derek.
Derek? Cool. Oh, there it is, Celine. Yeah. Yeah, beautiful cars. And then, gosh, another Shelby. Mustang. Very cool. Shelby GT500 Super Snake. Wow.
Wow.
Look at that hood.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
Oh,
beefy.
and it looks like it's signed by Carroll Shelby inside.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where at?
that's cool. See on the dash.
On the
there?
dash. Yeah, I think they all got signed by
Or the-
Carroll Shelby. Yeah, totally. Yeah, there's
Wow,
a
that's
Super Snake
beautiful.
inside. Yeah. Wow. Anyway, look at that. Look at that hood. That's just a beefy hood.
Yeah,
that's
it is.
some motor inside there. Wow, we're doing good. What do we have here? Looks like a Porsche 914. Under wraps, I think. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, 914. Oh, it's the 1.7.
Look at this
I think a
red.
little more
this
rare.
is fascinating.
Wow.
Look at the front on this. I've never seen a car like this.
Yeah. What is that?
Wow, with the white wheels and then look
You'll
at the
need to tell us what this
doors.
is. Yeah.
This is
Wow.
a Kaiser Darren.
Wow.
1950.
Kaiser Darren. Okay, so this was next door previously because it has one of the collection signs. Yeah. The
Wow.
Kaiser Darren.
How
Convertible.
fun. We'll have to look this up. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I haven't either. I'll try to give you a view there of this. Beautiful. And then here, Challenger RT, 426 Hemi motor in that. Beautiful. Back to my childhood, 240Z Datsun. Had a lot of fun in these. One time I was down in San Diego, we had some friends, and I think he had his kind of built, and it's the first time I'd gone like 160 miles an hour, which was kind of crazy in that car back then. And looks, not sure what that is. Sunbeam, I think. Yeah, okay. Here's a Sunbeam. I think that's a Sunbeam as well. So yeah, for sure. Yeah. So is this the Tiger? Yep, Sunbeam Tiger. Beautiful. Gosh, when I was a kid, that and the TR6 were my two favorite cars probably. And I think we have another Sunbeam Tiger here as well. Yeah, I don't think Catherine has seen a Sunbeam Tiger. These 8-cylinder motors and were super fast, and so yeah, Sunbeam Tigers are crazy,
Sports
crazy
car in the
amazing.
day.
Yeah, when I was
Wow.
a child, a kid, one of my favorites. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, V8.
Sunbeam
yeah.
Tiger V8.
Wow.
Yeah, they scream. Okay, what do we have here?
Ooh,
Sport Talbot.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. And so that's amazing.
Oh my
It
gosh.
reminds me kind of the old Ferraris, like the Ferrari.
Yeah,
of
that's what I
Ted
was just going to
Terminos.
say, the Ferrari.
And here's a Ford Johnny Hawkins world record holder car.
Oh my gosh.
Cyclone Boss 260. So, wow, 1969 record holder. Super cool. Wow. And again, one of my favorites, one more look from the other side, the V8 Sunbeam Tiger. And look at that collection there.
So if
The
you
trike.
could take one home today out of this collection, would it be the Sunbeam?
That'd be one of them. That'd be one of them, for sure.
Wow,
So,
look at this.
I don't-
Check this out.
It's an amphicar. This is a car that's a boat. Very cool. So they're,
Oh my gosh, and the yellow interior on it?
yeah, does that have a propeller on there? Look at that interior.
This is so cool.
So amphicar.
Wow.
Wow, has a maintenance
That is
manual.
fun.
Let's go check out the back.
Yeah.
What's under there? By golly, there are two propellers back here.
Seriously?
Yes, indeed.
Oh my gosh.
All sealed. There's a tub. Yeah, very cool. It's got Oregon plates, 1971.
Oh.
Yeah, who knew? Wow. Here's the Manx. Yeah, again, crazy. Okay, for those of you into choppers, There's the 7-Eleven chopper. There's got to be a story behind there. That's the big gulp chopper. Because, yeah, Slurpee City, baby. And the kangaroo over on this guy. And this one's beautiful as well. I'm sure there's some amazing stories behind those. Not sure what this is. Or that. That looks like the Cobra golf cart. And I think we missed another Shelby here. And another Shelby here. Boy, they're right. They have some serious Mustangs. Then we have there's just two beautiful black Shelbys just saying hello to you. And another Mustang here. Wow. Okay, there's some period Coke machines, a few of them over there. Lots of signs. There's John Wayne back in the corner again with Catherine. And again, one of my favorite cars. They've got another TR6 California plates there and a Shelby Series 1. This is the one that Shelby put together back in the day. Yeah. Carroll Shelby Series 1. Cool cars.
Yeah.
Never seen one in person.
This kind of reminds me of the GT42 a little bit.
Yeah, that hood. Yeah, totally. Because he had a lot
Which would
to
make
do with
sense.
those designs as well. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, here we have a 928S. Connie and Troy have this same car in black.
Oh, that's
cool. Yeah, that Connie and Troy had, we saw the other day. Look at this. Oh, 928S4. Wow. A little bit different than the other one. Wow. And then we have, you guessed it, another beautiful Mustang. Wow. This is crazy. Oh, Steve McQueen edition. Wow. Check that out.
Look at the color on this, the green.
It's a Steve McQueen edition.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, check out, the
Oh,
gear shift.
Bullet. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. The Boss 302. T-Bird. Got a few more. Another Plymouth. They're kind of getting ready to move next door. Another Thunderbird there. Another Thunderbird there. The Plymouth, similar to what I grew up with when I was a kid. My parents had one. And there's a Fairlane 500. I think we saw those. And that was the Elvis Mark IV. Big car. And a Cobra. That's interesting. A Cobra Ranchero or Cobra, I guess Ranchero. Beautiful. An old Lincoln. Very cool. This is the, I believe, Jaguar that was in the main collection next door. Beautiful car.
You know, they're not foolish about it. They're not going to overpay for
Yeah. Similar to the Type 3 we saw at Barrett-Jackson this year.
I love the wood steering wheel.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, look at the review mirror, how small it is.
Yeah. We need to put one like that in the GT40.
Yeah.
It's funny because all of the cars have the yellow tags like they were on a used car lot or something. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Wow. That's beautiful.
You gotta love the good to-do list right here.
Oh yeah, what's it say?
Oh, we gotta look. We gotta get floor mats, dash wiring, wipers.
Here we have one of my favorites. I saw one on Bring a Trailer last week. It went for, gosh, 20,000 I think, but this is even better.
These are one of your
The TR6,
favorites,
yeah,
right?
definitely one of my favorites. My uncle had one in brown. Beautiful cars, 6-cylinder, they sound great. Wow. Beautiful cars.
Wow, this is very pristine.
Yeah, clean. Look at the motor. Yeah, beautiful cars here. So fun to be in the shop for the first time.
Isn't it?
Yeah. We're sorry, our good friend Dave, who has been with us to the collection quite a few times. He's a good friend of the brothers, Bart and Brad. And yeah, he unfortunately moved away and isn't with us today, but we miss you, Dave. Look at the Ferrari. Wow. Beautiful. Has the same seat belts we're getting in the GT40 that is arriving in probably about a month, so stay tuned. So a lot of you have probably not seen these cars before, so I'm just kind of rolling through them kind of fast. But yeah, these cars, even the cars next door haven't been on YouTube too much, but the ones over here, kind of rare to see all these. So we have the El Camino SS. Beautiful car. Nice little Mustang. Bronco. Look at that one, a 440.
This is fun. Did you get the Bronco?
Yeah, we love these Broncos.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
they've
got this Bronco, and they've got a couple more out there I saw.
Yeah.
Beautiful blue. Oops, watch your step. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Those are fun. Look at the one behind there. I think that might be one of the older.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Oldest in the collection.
VW Bug with a Bend tag, which is where we live, and Carrera Motors is where we have all of our cars and coffee. So yeah, that's from home. The Subaru. Well, it has a plate. It has plates. And the
Functional, for sure.
An old Ford here. Wow. Look at this Ferrari.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You have to leave it in the comments what that is. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember the name. I've seen it, obviously. But yeah, beautiful car. They all have a list.
I think it's a
to-do
Ferrari
list.
365 GT4.
Oh, there we are. A 365 GT4 2+2, so I had a back seat, which is where that's at. Wow, there's the wiring schematics or something there. Crazy.
That's cool.
I'm glad they're doing that, not me. Look at that motor. Wow. 12-cylinder. What do you think?
I don't know that much, but I know that looks weird.
Yeah, that's a lot going on in there.
Looks cool, huh?
Here's the Hemi Cuda. Of course, they have, I think, the largest collection of Hemi Cuda convertibles next door in the world. But yeah. Here it is. Yeah, super nice. They have, like Doug mentioned, here's another Cuda. The most amazing Mopar collection in the world for sure, bar none. Yeah.
I like this one because it's soft top. That's kind of unique, convertible.
Yeah. Facel Vega, not familiar with that, but it's super cool. I think we saw, I haven't seen all of these yet. We have, again, we got to roll through here quickly. Bronco, Mustang.
Okay, check this out with the ceiling. I'm not sure what this is in here, but this is so fun. It's got a horse on the hood. It's like an old school party wagon.
Yeah, yeah. Serac. Amazing. They don't make those anymore. Mustangs back here as well. And lots of them. Oh, a 5.4 liter Cobra Jet back in the corner. But I can't see that, I'll raise it up. Yeah. The Cobra Jet's back here. More Shelbys. Truly amazing. I mean, just, it goes and goes and goes forever. But I think, I just saw the owner, one of the owners, he's shepherding everyone away.
I found him.
Awesome.
I found you.
Oh yes.
He was waiting in here.
I was here ready.
And I was out there.
Thank-
I know, yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Thanks for having us here today.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Okay, so the battery died, we're back on, and I think we finished the tour. And so we're gonna go next door and check out the other cars, which it's amazing. And they've got better signage, so I'll be able to tell you better what they are.
Oh, yeah, right? Yeah, there's such great descriptions of each car.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes them really special.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so your last view is of the shop, which is a rare view. Again, we've been here quite a few times, but we've never been in this room. So yeah, okay, let's go.